And this one is a live video. This is literally the first time I do a live video, but I felt like it was important as well to come on live and just try to talk about Fuji, especially the fact that I am able to kind of be in a space where I can talk about these cameras and be able to so I'm trying to manage the live chats, or at least for anyone who's going to come live here. I'm trying to manage subscribe. So I'm trying to manage the live chat on my phone here. I'm just going to try and make sure that I'm able to see anybody who comes live and talk, because I'm talking about something quite interesting, especially in the world of photography and cinematography. Everybody is pretty much either, I'm not going to say YouTuber or anything, but anybody right now is pretty much a content creator. So I think everybody is kind of wanting to know how they can acquire Fuji and how they can be able to get, for example, a Fuji, because these cameras are pretty much getting hard to come by, to be honest. Hi, sir. Hi. So I'm going to be talking about a Fuji film in particular, and then how you can acquire one right now because it's just flying off the shelf. So I'm in South Africa, and so conversion-wise, Fuji is pretty expensive just as a camera, and it's not very well known. That's one thing that people kind of don't know about here in South Africa. It's kind of strange. I don't know why. Compared to your Canon and Nikon. So yesterday only I was trying to get rid of, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was trying to get rid of some of the Fuji lenses that I haven't used in a long time. And the funny answer that I got, it was from people was literally, can this lens work on Canon? I'm like, but this is the Fuji lens. So it was quite strange. But I did a review about this, and I think I might have to do another review because the one I did was not the best, and especially even in terms of audio, it was not the best. And I was trying to use on my shotgun mic on my camera, and that was the mistake because the lens is just focusing. When the lens was focusing, the noise was just very listenable. So it was a mistake on my side, and I have to redo the review of this camera. So I have got this Fuji X-A1. I spoke about it on the review. I got the Fuji X-A1 for dirt cheap. Like, that price is just unbelievable. Imagine getting a camera that's around about $200. I checked the price, the listing on eBay, because you can only really get this camera secondhand at the moment. I got it for, so if I have to put conversion, because I'm in South Africa, it's 6,000 rand, more or less. I got it for about $55. So let me just maybe do the conversion on my computer right here. So rand to dollar. So it was pretty crazy to get it for that price. So it's about 6,000 rand here in South Africa. So right about $324,000. Crazy amount, crazy cheap getting this camera for that price. So this is the camera, the Fuji X. You guys know it has, strangely, it has the same sensor as the Fuji XT1, the very first Fuji XT in the line, and I am very blessed to have this Fuji camera because this camera is now becoming very hard to come by. The only reason I got the XA1 was because, first of all, it was really cheap. That's obviously the main reason. And the second reason is it's very compact compared to the XT1. The XT1 feels more like having a camera in your hands. I'm not saying that this one doesn't feel like having a camera in your hands, because it's a camera at the end of the day, but this one feels more like really having a camera in your hands. And it's a very sturdy camera. It's very heavy, compared to this one, just weight wise, but not that heavy obviously, but it is super heavy compared to this one, compared to the XA1. However, there are a few, I also wanted to kind of shoot fast with my XA1. I'm not going to say it faster than the, but it's one camera really fast a lot about shooting per se, because it literally, I treat it as a point and shoot camera. And I've put the lens, my least favorite lens on it. It's my 15 to 45, which is like the PZ. It's a PZ, so power zoom lens. I hate this lens, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I was able to get it for dirt cheap, first of all. I'll also have maybe to explain. So this lens was being sold, this camera was being sold with a Fuji lens. Hold on. So with the Fuji lens, the brother to this one, the 16 to 50, this is a 15 to 45. So it was being sold with this 16 to 50. So high precious, high precious. So I'm talking about camera here. So I'm gonna be able to be trying to be reading lens, to be reading comment. So this camera, so I was just saying I bought this camera for $55 in South Africa. People don't take time to go check for camera. And so I bought this camera for $55. And I have to say as well where I bought it. I bought it from Cash Converters. I always go to Cash Converters to buy my cameras and to check cameras there. That's the place if you really want to get like really good camera, you need to check there. I'm going to change the title of my live. So I was able to get this camera for very cheap, for about $55, about 1,000 rand, 1,000, how much? 1,010 rand, 1,090 rand. Yeah, it's $59, 55, 59. So I think I was correct around there. So the reason why I got this lens, like this camera actually for very cheap, is that it came with this lens. And this lens is the problem. This lens is the problem. So this lens, when you attach it to a camera, it makes it misbehave, literally. It just makes it misbehave, and it gives an error, so you can't shoot with the camera. You can go through the menu, you can review your photos and everything, but the lens itself makes the camera really not work properly. So I was lucky that I was able to get it for very cheap. And that's one thing that really gave me this camera. So when I came back home, my wife liked it as well as so she's going to be using this maybe just for a walkabout camera. It's not really a perfect YouTube camera, I'm not going to lie. The video specs on this camera is not the best, but if you're just going to go about anything, it's not too bad. It does decent video. So here is the video that it does. As you can see, I am being shot in the camera, so I am in focus. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's manageable. And the good thing is it's Fuji, so you have the Fuji simulation. Bear the classic chrome, which is one of the Fuji simulation that I love the most, and I don't know why they haven't included the classic chrome on this camera, but it is included in the XT1. Strange, it's the same sensor. It is literally the same camera inside, but I don't know why they haven't included some of the picture profile or the simulation from the XT1 to the XA1. So I'm a little bit bummed about it, but it's not the end of the world. We're gonna make do with. So one way to get really good cheap camera in South Africa and really good camera is to check some of those second. A lot of people go there to pawn the stuff, and sometimes they forget, they don't get it back. You can get really good deals there. I've been able to build most of my camera collection like that. And you can also have private buyers. So I'm trying to also create like a network of private buyers, people that can buy from me, or people that can sell to. And then, I've been able to offload a few of my lens and one of my camera to somebody actually I've been working with for quite some times. And I didn't make a profit there because this is somebody I know, but it was, I think I was not using that lens anymore. I had two of the same lenses, so I had to get rid of one of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do another review about this camera right now, because the first review I've done didn't sound so good. You can check it out on my video. You can check it out on my channel. So this camera for the price, $59, to $55, $55. I said yesterday $59, around about that's a $30 difference, is a steal, especially if you're trying to like take everyday photos of yourself and of your daughter or your families. This is way better than having like a point and shoot camera. So and I think the video I'm gonna do is gonna go in that perspective as well. Because yeah, this is a steal. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a steal. Getting this camera, I can reset it anytime, so I won't be losing money. But it's a good workable camera because it can just fit in my bag, and I will definitely be like super happy because it's super lightweight. And yeah, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, lenses. So the camera, I'm gonna pair it with this lens, the power zoom lens. It's a very automatic lens, so there is nothing manual, and I kinda really don't like it that much, but it's I think the best lens for this camera because it's a very lightweight lens, and it doesn't when it's retracted it doesn't look that big, you know. Zoom lens from 15 to 45. I have wide, I have medium-ish, and not really telephoto, but it's a crop sensor, so you can definitely imagine. And if I also want to zoom and I want to grab some quick video, I can do that. And the screen does flip up and down. It flips up, down, even like looking like a chair. I don't know, but it's quite interesting. And yeah, so cameras. There are so many cameras. Maybe I could also maybe move this section a bit to find the best camera for YouTubers. I've spoken about this on my wife live stream, and I'm going to speak about it here because there are YouTubers here. And the best lens for your YouTube videos. So the best lens for YouTube videos, especially for people that do go out here and there, is generally a zoom lens. So this is just a good segue to the lenses that I got because I got this lens, and I have a video about it. I might also have to reshoot this video. So this lens, I also bought it secondhand. That's the way to go, especially if you want to build a good. You don't want to break the bank to get new lenses or to get gear that will help you. It's not new, obviously, but you don't want to break the bank to get gears that will help you and help your channel. You rather buy stuff secondhand, as I said. And if you're doing YouTube, you don't need a telephoto lens. That's something I'm just going to tell you right away. You don't need a lens that's very long because, first of all, it's not conspicuous. People will be able to see you. So, for example, you don't need a lens like this when you're doing YouTube. You need a lens like this. So why do you need a lens like this? Because a lens like this allows you to be super wide on your angle. I will just demonstrate it by putting it in front of my camera, and I'm not going to shoot myself, but I will be able to show you how wide this lens looks and how you can take advantage of that. So you saw the last example I've done on, but it's super heavy, so you need to find the support. So this is the lens. Let me remove this and the filter because if I keep it on, you won't be able to see me. So this is the lens. I'll switch on the camera now. You'll see how wide this lens looks and how close even to me. So you can see for yourself how much I'm very close to my camera. I'm very close to my camera, and this is me at 16 mil, and this is at 11 millimeter. This is a very wide lens, and I'm super close to the camera. You can see on the video there. You can see on the video, it's showing so much of me, even my hands. And this is very close to me, like literally right onto my face. So you can imagine yourself. It's a very good lens if you're doing YouTube. So yeah, those are a few things that you guys need to know. If you're interested, I'm going to put that lens aside. And yeah, this is probably my first live stream. I'm going to be a little bit more structured on my few more ones and talk about Canon, talk about Fuji, talk about the best camera for you or the best lens for you, so forth and so on. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. I'll keep this live stream on, and then yeah, we'll see how people will react to this. I don't generally go live. My wife does go live a lot, and I feel like it's a very good exercise to learn to talk to people. I do talk a lot to people, but it's also good to be talking to people right like this. See you guys in the next video, and peace out.